Grant Cardone is the best-selling author of the 10X Rule, and Forbes magazine called him the #1 marketer to watch. He went from being a kid labeled as having ADD and almost dying of a drug overdose to becoming a real estate mogul with a portfolio of $1.5 billion. And today we're going to learn his best advice on how you can study success. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself and have confidence to start your day. So good morning. I believe in you, and let's do this. Grant Cardone, tell us how to study success.
People should be studying the most successful companies in the world, not individuals. Don't worry about Dave or Gary or Tony or Grant. What are successful people doing? You know, one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life was tracking people that were doing better than me. So what? Like I made so many dumbass decisions because Dave did it. Or The Millionaire Next Door, that book. I don't want to be the millionaire next door. I want to know what Jeff Bezos is doing. I want to know what the boys at Google are doing, okay? Why does a guy like Mark Zuckerberg go from college dorm room to one of the richest people on the planet? That's who we should be studying. And don't listen to everybody else, because those people have financial freedom to the point to where they can do anything they want. Like, you cannot mess up some of these people's situation. They couldn't screw it up if they wanted to. So the 10X rule it says, hey, look, you want to scale to a point to where you have the life you deserve. It's not about the money you want or the money you need. Scale your business so you can walk away from it and money never stops taking care of you and your family. You don't need to study 27 different Warrens. You study one Warren, you're probably going to be good. Most of us, because of Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, we're listening to so many different people that people do nothing. This is the new crisis of our era. People are doing nothing, not because they're lazy, because they have data that is conflicting. So if you listen to Dave says buy a house, then you listen to Grant says that's stupid, you're not going to do anything. And if you're never going to buy any real estate, hey, go ahead and buy one house. Yeah, you're going to regret it later, and you're going to be like, I wish I'd have done what Cardone said. But you got to do something. And what you don't want to do is listen to God and the devil, because then you get stuck in purgatory and you don't have any fun at all.
The fastest way to get what you want in life is to model success. Be super clear on what you want out of life, and then go find people who've accomplished exactly that and learn from them. Who you spend your time with is who you become. So choose wisely, because most people wake up like an accident instead of actually chasing down their dreams. And it starts with modeling success. I've been a big believer in modeling success ever since my very first business. It's why I continue to do what I do. I tell the story. Bill Gates saved my first company. I haven't met him yet. Hopefully will. I'll get to shake his hand and tell him the impact that he had. In my first business, I was making no money, and I wanted to quit on my company, and I told my business partner that I quit, and I felt like I had tried everything. I tried everything. It wasn't for lack of effort. Every day I woke up and new ideas came into my head, and I tried them, and nothing was working. You know that feeling when you're just trying nonstop and nothing is working, and the frustration that comes over you to feel like, I feel worthless. I felt worthless as a human, that I wasn't contributing, that I was just putting all this effort in and just nothing was happening. And that led to me quitting on my business partner. And the next day I woke up and I said, I can't quit. I'm going to regret it if I quit right now. But I have to find another way. Like this is not working right now. And then I just realized I'm not the first guy to try to sell software before. Somebody has figured this out. Right? Somebody's gone through this process. I can learn from them and maybe apply that strategy to my company, and maybe it'll work. And I thought of the only person I can think of at the time was Bill Gates. I had a biotech software company. He didn't have biotech. It was something else. But I mean, I'm at this point, it was bottom of the barrel. I'm willing to try anything right now. And I looked at how he started his company, went from 0 to 1, and it was through partnerships. And so I applied that strategy to my business, and shortly thereafter closed my first partnership deal that paid us $13,500. And that was a lot of money for me because I was only making $300 a month at that time. And that gave me hope. And ever since then, whenever I don't know what to do in any area, in life, in business, in relationships, anything, I ask myself, who's done this thing? And it's recognizing that nobody is the perfect person. There's no one person you can learn everything from. But there's different pieces from different people. So when you're super clear on what you want, when it's really easy to know, this is what I want in my business, this is what I want in my relationship, this is what I want in my career, this is what I want in this specific thing. I want to be a salsa dancer like him, and I want to be a YouTuber like her, and I want to be a real estate investor like him. Then that's what you learn from that person. Modeling success is the fastest way to get you where you need to be. Understand that you don't have to be a genius at everything. The path before you has already been figured out. It's already been done by other people. And as the famous quote goes, success leaves clues. You have to start looking for them. So I have a 3-step process that I think will really help you model success and get the success that you're after. But before that, if you want to have more confidence and self-love, I created some 254s for you where every day for the next 254 days, I'll send you an unlisted video by email to help you build your confidence. It's free. The link to join are in the description below.
I've been at a point in my life where I thought less of me than anyone thought of me. How many of you have been there? My dreams are first every day, then my wife, then my kids. I can take care of my wife and my kids now. Would you agree? I abandoned this. This is the fuel for who I am. You have to go build self-confidence.
All right, how do I start a success? What is my 3-step process as somebody who's maybe done it more than any other person, at least definitely within a YouTube environment? Here we go. Step number 1 is get super clear on what you want. What do you want? What kind of business do you want to build? And inside of that, what kind of marketer do you want to be? What kind of operations manager do you want to be? What kind of leader do you want to be? And understanding that those may be different skill sets that you learn from different people, right? I want to be a visionary like Steve Jobs. I want to believe in people like AP Giannini. I want to be a father like my father. I want to stand up for my principles like Howard Schultz. I want to know that now is the time to be the greatest me like Kanye West. You're pulling different things from different people. If you start to mush it all together, that's when you lose clarity. Or if I say I just want to be like Steve Jobs, that's not great because there's a lot of things I don't want to be from Steve. I don't want to be a father like Steve Jobs. There's things that I don't want to be from different people. The goal is to be the best Evan Carmichael. And you can't get that by just following one person, but you take different little pieces from different people when you're super clear. So you have to get super clear on what you want out of life. What kind of person do you want to be? Write it down and be super clear. Step number 2 is find the people who have it. So who's done it? This is what you want out of life. Great, go out and start researching who's done it. So if I want to build a successful software company, who's done it? Bill Gates did it, great. Let me go learn from him, right? Let me understand how he did it. Let me go read the early days of how he got started, right? Not so much how he does it now, but how did he get started? So for each of those categories, who has done it? One of the things that helped me free myself from being sick all the time was I studied Wim Hof. I used to get sick all the time. I was sick all the time. I would have a belief system that if somebody was sick, if Alex got sick, he's like, Alex, don't come near me. Don't come over today. Work from home. I don't want to see you because I'm going to get sick. And I would get sick. Every month I was sick. I get sick now maybe once a year. It's crazy. Why? Because I decided to study after being so fed up with having 4 days of hiccups that I couldn't get rid of. It's pretty embarrassing. I was hiccuping for 4 days. I couldn't get rid of it. And I decided I need to get healthy. Who's done this? And I came across Wim Hof. Great. I'm going to learn from Wim Hof and I'm going to learn how to not get sick again. I don't necessarily want to be an entrepreneur like Wim Hof. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that I probably don't want to learn from Wim Hof. Awesome. How to not get sick? I want to learn that from him. So be super clear on what you want to learn and then find the people who are the best in the world at that one thing. And that's who you're going to study. And then step number 3 is live in their world. So if you want to learn Italian, the fastest way is to go to Italy. You'll be forced to learn it. Chances are whatever you want to learn, whoever you want to become like, the people that you want to hang around with and spend time and be the next visionary like Steve Jobs, right? Those people are not in your environment right now. And so if you just get this little micro dose once a month, it's not going to be enough. If you just watch one Wim Hof video, it's not going to be enough, right? You might have this one little moment that's amazing, but then it's not consistent enough. You have to live in their world. So for me, I've done it by creating these channels. I forced myself to be in people's worlds by creating this. I'm not hanging around Grant Cardone every day. I'm not hanging around Gary Vee or Tony Robbins or Ed Mylett every day, right? I've connected with these people. I've met a good chunk of them. We've done content and hung out, but I'm not with them every day. So it's easy to fall back to where you were. So I force it through my content. I force it through my business. I force it through the YouTube channel that I'm making. Now you could do it for yourself as well. Whatever you want to learn and be more like, be around it, have it in your world. I look at the Wim Hof stuff, and when I was going through his app and the material, I was doing it very consistently. But because Wim Hof wasn't a part of my environment every day, I fell off. I wasn't doing the breathing as much. I wasn't doing the cold showers as much. And so what did I do? I printed a giant poster. It's in my bathroom. I would take you back there, but my camera is stuck on a tripod. It's this giant poster of Wim Hof. I subscribe to his YouTube channel. So anytime he has a new video coming up, it's a trigger. It's a reminder. Like, yeah, right. I need to do that again. Because you're going to forget. You're going to fall back to your old habits and your old ways and your old thinking patterns. You need to be shifted into the new one. And that happens by living in their world. So follow them on Instagram, follow them on YouTube, put something up on your wall to remind you of it every single day, of that thing that you're trying to become. Because that thing that you want to become is the best version of you. So we got super clear on what best version of you looks like. You've now identified who's done it, and now you're living in their world. And that doesn't mean you have to follow 1,000 people, but different people for different things to help you be the best you. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is the thing that you want to become? What's the most important skill that you want to learn? But before that, question of the day, what's the next thing? What's the next step that you want to learn? And who is the person you're going to model to help teach you to get there? Let me know. Put it down in the comments below. And if you're still here watching, you made it this far in a video, I want to celebrate you. We don't just watch videos here, we take action. So if you commit to taking action immediately after watching this video, give me a hashtag believe in the comments, because I want to celebrate with you.
So you are one of the greatest, not just influencers, but and speakers publicly.
Thank you.
That are in the world right now. For those that are looking to step up and become a brand right now, they have that desire. They want to become speakers. How do you master that craft of being able to get into a flow and really connect with your audience?
Watch the people that are out there. How do they deliver their message? Where do they hold their hands? I'm not saying you should copy people. I'm saying study it. Study I studied, because it was pre-social media, I studied preachers on TV. Wow. To this day, I watch stand-up comedians constantly. I'm addicted to it because they're funny, and I watch how they roll out a line. I watch how they deliver a message. I watch, do they walk when they talk? Do they stop when they're making the important point? How do they use their hands? Do they raise their voice? Do they lower their voice? How comfortable are they with silence? So I watch people who can communicate all the time. The separation is always in the preparation. So my confidence always comes from how prepared I am when I speak. I told you earlier, I need to prepare for tomorrow. I know what I'm going to say, but I've got to really prepare. My confidence, the separation for me, comes in the preparation.
If you want to know how Grant Cardone puts his money to work, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
$1,000 US for anybody that knows why I look in my cash accounts every day.